From Detroit to the city of brotherly love. We're live on Give 'em Five Media. I'm here with Charlie Hitt.
Expectations, I will say, after that first half. Second half was kind of disappointing, but I mean, always good to see a playoff upset.
Especially Mikey Sandstro. It's one player I want to highlight from last night. The rookie who actually went to Michigan, showing up in the state of Michigan with 2 interceptions against his old team. So that was pretty impressive for him.
Yes.
I had to show some Michigan love. Come on now. Had
Yeah,
to.
you got it.
But
I'll probably be hearing that a few more times throughout the stream. I can put some money on that.
we'll see. For today's game, who are your players to watch? Let me ask you that.
I think my player to watch for the Rams is going to be Puka Nakua. And Cooper Kupp for that matter, just the receivers in general, because Puka has been so dominant, in his first 2 years in the NFL, had a record-breaking campaign in 2023, set the rookie playoff receiving record that only lasted for a year, of course, because of Vlad McConkey in his first-round game last year. So I'm really looking for him to get going quickly. And then for Cooper Kupp, he's been slow in the past 4 games, averaging just over 20 receiving yards per game. And then last year in their playoff game, only had 27 yards, 29 yards last week as well. So I'd really like to see Matt Stafford get his guy the ball early.
Agreed. For me, I'm going to have to go with actually a Tennessee man, Byron Young,
All right.
for the Rams.
I
And
like
then
it.
for the Eagles, I'm going to look to Jahan Dotson.
Okay.
So I'm get a TD catch last game. So that was a good opening. So it'll be interesting to see the impact he makes this game. But, it's going to be a great game. And later today, we actually have Robbie Basil and Jacob Kaplan on the call. And then tomorrow night for the national championship, going back to Welling's watch-alongs, we have Matthew Welling and Robbie Basil again.
How
So
about
we'll
that?
be right back, and we'll be right back after this short break. Starting off with the ball first today, it's looking like it's going to be the Rams. But hey, 2013, Eagles played in a snowy game against the Lions, and it's looking like a snowy game today. Do you think that will affect the game at all?
Absolutely. I think based off of what happened last game, or the last time that these two teams played, with Saquon Barkley going for over 300 yards,
Who would have predicted a Rams Commanders NFC Championship
I
game?
think if you would have looked back to early in the season or in the offseason and you said that the Rams and the Commanders would be in the NFC Championship game, I think 99 people out of 100 think you're absolutely insane. But
100%.
the way that those two teams and the Eagles, for that matter, have played in the last couple of months has been incredible. So any three of these teams that are remaining in the NFC could legitimately win the Super Bowl, which is really, really cool, especially considering the fact that in the AFC, we've got some high-powered teams.
100%. Actually, it's going to be the Rams kicking off with Ethan Evans. And let's get this game underway as Evans sends this one off. Kick being returned by the Eagles. Believe that is going to be Kenneth Gainwell, but he Oh, my fault. Isaiah Rodgers, I believe, and he slides down at about the 12-yard line. Now we know Jalen Hurts can do both pass and run. So what do you expect to see more of him today?
I think the run game, again, going back to the last time these two teams played in the middle of the season, the run game is what worked. So, in my opinion, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I agree. But I also think it's important to throw in some passing plays there. That way the Rams are just not packing the box every single time.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You want to have some kind of balance early so that it'll keep them on their feet.
100%. And there's a little play-action play. Hurts hits his tight end Goddard for about 14. Going to be a nice first down for the Eagles.
Yeah, and that's the type of thing that you really like to see if you're the Eagles offense. Because the Rams are going to be so wary of that run game, getting him out, getting Hurts into the play-action game, rolling out left, finding an easy target is exactly what you want to see early.
100%. You can see 14 rushing TDs for Jalen Hurts, tied for the 5th most in the NFL. So people say Lamar's a running back, but could Hurts also be one? Just saying.
Depends on what happens today.
Hurts, shotgun formation. Takes a snap. Looking. Fires. Catch Devontae Smith for about, it looks 5 yards. So back-to-back passing plays for the Eagles.
Yeah, Devontae Smith is a guy that I really want to see get going. He missed that first game. He was on pace to have some really, really big numbers, but he missed a few games in the season. Career-high touchdowns this year.
Almost had 1,000 yards also receiving.
Yeah.
Surprised no Saquon yet, though.
There he is.
Now, here is Saquon. Gets the rush for, looks like about 4. Bringing up 3rd down and I believe 1 for the Eagles.
And, I mean, you would think that they're probably just going to run it up the middle with Saquon, obviously with Jalen Hurts as well. There's a lot of options. You can do, RPO.
Push.
I like this.
And it is up the middle to Saquon, and it looks like, it's going to be close. I believe they're going to give him the first down.
Yeah, it looks like he caught it. Barely, though.
Barely, but I would have assumed the Eagles would have gone for it, knowing them.
Yeah.
Saquon's numbers, 8th most rushing yards in NFL history with 2,005. Wow, what a season it's been for him, especially after leaving the Giants, coming to a new team, and then putting up historic numbers.
Yeah, you can't write a better script than what Saquon Barkley has done this year.
100%. And speaking of Saquon, he gets a catch out the backfield, and it looks like he's going to get about 6 yards.
And that's not something you see a lot. Only 278 receiving yards on the season. It's really interesting to see how they're going to use Saquon today. You saw right there, utilizing him out of the backfield in the passing game. Could see a lot more of that.
100%. Back in shotgun formation. Hurts takes a snap. Fakes the handoff. Going to take it himself. He beats some guys at the 40. He breaks out a tackle. At the 30. The 20. The 10. Touchdown. Jalen Hurts leading the charge for the Eagles with an early touchdown.
I mean, it's same old for the Eagles. I've talked about so many times already how that rushing offense in the last matchup was so lethal for Philadelphia, doing it right there. And this time, it's Jalen Hurts. Easy. I mean,
Wow.
you combine a quarterback that can play like a running back, one of the best running backs in NFL history, and then a fantastic offensive line and some great coaching on how to block for the wide receivers. There's no way to stop it.
Can't ask for anything better. But you could ask if the extra point. Elliott, just shanks it. So it's going to be 6-0 Eagles with 11:55 back to go in the first. We're live on Give 'Em 5 Media, and we'll be right back after this quick break. Now, 1989 wildcard game, Rams, Eagles. Rams took that one 21-7. 2001 NFC Championship, Rams also win 29-24. And now, here today, can the Rams make it 3-0, or will the Eagles make it 2-1? So we're here to see. And Elliott's going to send this one off. Jordan Whittington back to return this one. Oh, not the best kick. And he takes it out, and he gets about 22 yards, I believe. So I think that's going to be 1st and 10 at the 33 for the Rams. Now, the Rams offense has been amazing on running and passing. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, 100%. I mean, and the thing is, too, they're going up against a really good pass defense. So to see how that matchup plays out will be quite interesting throughout the day. Of course, a couple of high-octane wide receivers. You add in Kyren Williams out of the backfield, Matt Stafford, who always seems to up his play in the postseason. It'll be a great one.
Stafford's looking. He's going to take a shot for Puka. Almost gets intercepted. Wow. Almost an interception for Darius Slay there. But luckily, he drops it for the Rams. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Puka, he's looking for one of his favorite targets.
It's the second straight game that we've seen Philadelphia drop an interception on the first defensive play of the game. C.J. Gardner-Johnson had one in both of his hands last week, and this time Darius Slay reads the route perfectly, just couldn't hold it in.
This time they're going to go with Kyren. He's going to take it for about 3 yards. Gets taken down by Jordan Davis. Georgia Bulldog right there, and he's been amazing. But so is Stafford. You're looking at his passing yards per game, 297 in his career postseason, and that's fourth most in NFL history, which
Wow.
is
How
very
about that?
impressive. That's insane. Big third down and 7 here, though, for the Rams. So if they to try and keep the momentum away from Philly, Stafford shotgun formation here. Stafford snaps it, looking, fires, tries to get it to Tyler Higbee, but I think that one's going to be incomplete. Almost had it in his hands, though.
Yeah, Higbee thought he had it, and if you look at his facial expression, he really thinks he had it.
I think he
I don't
did have
know.
it, to be honest with you. I
Looks
think he
like he
did.
got those hands underneath. Now it's going to be tough to overturn the call. Actually, this is a really good angle. Yeah, it looks like he did get it. Ball
I would
was
challenge that if
bobbling
I'm
around a little
McVay.
bit.
If I'm McVay, I'm 100% challenging that.
Me as well. Yeah.
And there goes the challenge flag. McVay will be challenging this one.
Yeah, good call.
That's
This
a
is a
great
really
call
big
by
play.
McVay there.
You don't want to have a 3-and-out on your first offensive possession. So I like this.
100%. And McVay has been such a great coach in the postseason, not only getting the Rams a Super Bowl, but also making it to the Super Bowl multiple times. So that's been
Yeah.
great. So his coaching skills is impressive.
Well, and then combining that with a quarterback in Matthew Stafford, who's 5-1 in the postseason with Los Angeles. I mean, they come into this game the 4 seed at 10-7. Of course, not great, but they're one of those teams that you have no idea what they're going to be able to do in the playoffs.
100%. And both these coaches have been in the Super Bowl now. But one of them has a ring, one of them doesn't. But I believe that either or could get a ring this year. And I just love that challenge call there. Trusting in your players. They're saying they caught it, and you're just putting that trust in them and saying, okay, let's go for this. Even though could lose a timeout, would be a huge loss there. But
yeah, again, and it looks like he got his hands underneath that and
100%.
may have hit the ground, but still, the control that Higbee had on that one was, I think, enough to overturn it.
And Higbee's been dealing with some injury issues throughout the season as well.
Yeah.
So he hasn't been performing to his best, but is still out there trying to help his team defeat the Birds, who have been just amazing this year, especially with all their offseason additions. But the Rams have also made some great additions to the offense and defense. But we'll be right back after this quick break. And we're back, and it seems like that challenge by McVay was successful, giving the Rams a new set of downs, which is great for them. Not letting the Eagles, messing up my Philadelphia teams, run away with some momentum. And great job by Higbee there, getting his hands under that ball and making sure to secure it before before it could touch the ground. Here we go. Kyron in the backfield takes the carry, gets a hole, miss, gets about. He's still going tackled for about a gain of 20 yards. Wow. What a burst out the backfield there by Kyren Williams.
And really nice vision by Kyren Williams. Had a tough game last time these two played, but you see the blocking on this replay. Yeah, cuts it back up to the middle, makes a man miss. Boom. I mean, it's a combination of Kyren Williams' skill, the offensive line. It's a really nice run.
Great run there and great field vision by the running back. Now, 1st and 10 at about the Eagles 45. Stafford takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to look, just tries and dumps that one off, but to Tyler Higbee, incomplete. The pressure from the defensive line really got him there. Now, the Eagles' defense has been amazing, and they're very young as well, with multiple players being in their less than 5 years in the league, I believe. But those players have all been very impactful. So it's really gone back. Even though it's his first season, Vic Fangio has been doing an amazing job.
Yeah, the Eagles have allowed the least amount of yards per game by any NFL team by nearly or over 30 yards. Oh, how about this play?
And there's a play for 16 yards of Puka Nacua. You were talking about him earlier. Stafford finds his man. Nice little, seems like a slant route, I believe, for Nacua.
Yeah,
And
Puka's going to be an X factor tonight. Oh, no, no looker from Stafford. That's one of his signature throws. But anyway, back
looking
to
a little
Puka.
Mahomey.
Oh, looking a little bit Mahomey. You're right, Gans.
Now, Stafford takes the snap, little screenplay to Puka, makes one guy miss, and then gets tackled. Gets about a gain of 4. And you're back to you saying that Puka is going to be a main X factor in this game.
Yeah, it's just a luxury, coming off of Cooper Kupp's 1,900 receiving yard season, being able to draft a guy like Nacua in, I'm pretty sure either the 5th or the 6th round immediately after that, and then having him go off like he has, and of course making an early impact in a playoff game in Philadelphia is so nice for McVay.
2nd and 6. And he's going to look for Puka again. Wow. Just trying to go back. But the rookie, Quinion Mitchell, with some great defense there, being able to push that one away from Puka and bringing up 3rd and 6 for the Rams offense.
Yeah, there's another really young player that's been fantastic. Of course, Quinion Mitchell. Press coverage on Puka, reading it perfectly. Good job sticking that arm in there. Not pass interference, but making a good play on the ball.
100%. 3rd and 6. No one in the backfield for Stafford. Interesting look here. Stafford sends Higbee in motion. Take snap. But it's a QB draw. He's going to run it. And he gets, I don't know what they're going to give. I don't know. Oh, looks like they're marking him in a yard short. So, but interesting play call. Stafford doesn't really always scramble.
Yeah, they're putting a lot of trust in their offensive linemen. And the pressure came pretty quickly. Good job by Stafford recognizing that, stepping up into the pocket and escaping. But it looks like at the end of the play there, his knees both came down quickly. But now in that replay, it looks like the ball was maybe over the line. I don't know.
It looks like they're just going to go for it, give it to Kyren, and he's going to get that first down easily for a gain of 4.
He's been so great in those short yardage situations. He's a shorter guy, pretty small. So you don't maybe expect that from Kyren, but that's one of his specialties.
And Kyren's hoping for a win today, and then a win tomorrow from Notre Dame, as that's where he went to college. So he can go 2 for 2. But he's got to play a huge role today in that win. Stafford with Kyren back in the backfield once again. Sending Puka in motion. Handoff goes to Kyren. Tries to take it outside, but he gets swarmed by that Eagles defense and gets a gain of 2.
Again, it's that Philly defense that's been so good all season long. Again, least yards allowed out of any NFL team this season. See if they can continue that. Still a really good situation for Los Angeles, having 2nd and goal inside the 5.
100%, and they've been able to punch it in a lot this season with Kyren himself. So it'll be interesting to see if they go right back to him here. So,
if I were LA, I'd look for Cooper Kupp. I mean, this is your guy that Sean McVay has designed a lot of plays for throughout the years.
And speaking of Kupp, he's not even out on the field. They try and go for Demarcus Robinson, but it's incomplete. Not even having Puka or Kupp on the field there is a very interesting decision.
I don't
from the
like
Rams.
that. It's a playoff game, short yardage situation. I know they tried to act like it was going to be a run. Of course, not having their good wide receivers out there, but I don't know. I don't like the risk, or not necessarily a risk, but you want your best players out there in those key
100%.
moments.
Bringing up 3rd and goal here for the Rams. See what Stafford could do. Shotgun formation. Sends Higbee in motion. Stafford looks, and he throws, fires, and that's a touchdown for Tyler Higbee. Sends him in motion, made the catch earlier, and then he makes the touchdown catch to cap off the drive. Wow.
What a way to end the drive for Tyler Higbee. Of course, kept the drive alive on that 3rd and long situation earlier on the other side of the field. I like this. Setting him into motion. Got him on Gardner Johnson, a much smaller defender. Boom. Perfect throw by Stafford right into the middle. Very short, tight window to throw in, and Higbee does the rest.
Just gets the ball over as well. Now the opportunity to take the lead here. The Rams come out for the extra point. Let's see. Joshua Carty. Kick is up, right down the upright. Rams up 7-6, 6:32 left to go. Make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram and TikTok, which is back. And we'll be right back. Eagles punching it in first. Rams respond. Now let's see if the Eagles can keep up this scoring. Going to be interesting. Rams kick this one off. Oh, this kick doesn't look the best. It still doesn't reach the end zone. Eagles taking it out again. I believe this time it's Kenneth Gainwell, and he gets a couple guys miss and gets it to about the 32-yard line. Great return there by Kenneth Gainwell.
Again, we're going to take a look back at the end of the Eagles' first drive. The left tackle, look at him coming all the way over to that right side, becoming the lead blocker for the Eagles, guiding Jalen Hurts all the way into the end zone. It's one of the things that we've seen from Philadelphia in the past 5 or 10 years. they always seem to have really, really solid offensive line, which opens up their offense.
100%. Even with no Jason Kelsey, they're still doing it. And this one
Yeah.
goes to Saquon. Saquon's trying to follow his offensive line in blocks and gets about a gain of 4. So just that offensive line is always the powerhouse for the Eagles, it seems. And Stafford, when he ran earlier, it looks like Stafford's in some pain, actually.
Yeah.
We'll keep you guys updated on that one. And is the backup Jimmy Garoppolo, I believe?
It is, yeah.
Hey, he
Played
has
in week
playoff
18.
experience. He has playoff experience too.
Yeah.
Hurts take this one. Scanning. Fires, tries to get A.J. Brown. Just couldn't get it to him. Seems like he just didn't dart that one fast enough and just left it hanging for too long.
Well, it looks like a drop from Brown because it was a little bit outside of his frame. But it looks like Brown tried to catch it with his body. I'd like to see A.J. Brown, be comfortable enough to not have to use that big frame of his to catch those balls in the middle of the field.
100%, but I think just if it was faster ball by Hurts, it would have been better for Brown. Bringing it 3rd and 6 for the Eagles. Saquon out in motion. Hurts trying to find a guy, but he can't and gets sacked by Braden Fisk. What a season he has had. And now the Eagles are going to have to punt this one away.
He's hurt. Oh, no.
Fisk is hurt. We did actually see him earlier on the bike. But he came back in and makes a big sack here. But that would be a big loss for the Rams defense.
Yeah, really good coverage overall. And then the pocket collapsed just immediately. You see Byron Young in there as well. Quick 3 and out for Philly.
And the Eagles punt that one away. Great punt. Going to be returned by Smith. Breaks 2 tackles. Breaks 4 tackles, gets some room, but then runs into his own guys. Wow. Not what you want if you're the Rams. And Stafford's going to come back onto the field here. 7-6 game here. And just running it into your own guys. It seems like both teams are making some self-wounded mistakes.
Yeah. I mean, both offenses look nearly perfect on their first drive, and then, of course, they a quick 3 and out for Los Angeles there, or for Philadelphia rather, and then LA. Punt returner running into his own man.
Not what you want to see.
Nope.
Running into your own man, definitely not best communication. But we'll be right back after this short break. Back at Lincoln Financial Field. Here we go with the Eagles. But later tonight, Bills-Ravens. Robbie Basil and Jacob Kaplan on the call. Make sure to tune in for that one. And then tomorrow night, Robbie Basil and Dylan Shalom on the call. Stafford looking, fires, hits his tight end again. Tyler Higbee getting a lot today. Gets tackled by, I believe, is that the man, the myth, the legend? Cooper DeJean? It is. Good 8-yard catch, though.
Who would have thought that Tyler Higbee would be the one to step up for this Rams offense when you have guys like Kyren Williams, Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp to throw to or to hand it off to? You maybe don't think that Tyler Higbee's going to be the one to get a lot of the attention.
100%. I feel like the Rams haven't ran it a lot today. Already 9 passing attempts for Stafford. Oh, and this one's looking like a 10th as he throws it to Kyren, who gets tackled. Great wrap-up tackle there for a loss of a yard. Great tackle there, though.
So the problem with trying to run play action after, throwing it for the majority of the game so far is that the defense is probably not going to be as fooled as you think they're going to be, as you can see on that last play.
And again, but it looks like also Quinwan Mitchell now questionable to return with a shoulder injury. So it looks like 3 people getting shaken up early in this game. Stafford, no one in the backfield with him. See what magic he could do here. Takes the snap, but gets wrapped on up. And wow, Jalen Carter's just carrying him around like a baby.
And Nolan Smith in there as well.
The Bulldogs teaming up.
Stars for Philadelphia making a huge impact.
Funny enough, 2 Bulldogs teaming up on a former Bulldog, actually. With Stafford going to Georgia. Yeah. So
the Georgia players driving him backwards. Yeah, if you know what I mean.
Of course. Ethan Evans to punt this one away.
All right.
Cooper DeJean back to return it. But it looks like he's just going to take that one out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So both defenses, after not having their best first drives, have stepped up, forcing a quick 3 and out. Great responses from the defenses.
Yeah.
And the running game still hasn't shown up for the Rams. I've expected more running attempts, and that clearly has for the Eagles, as that's how they scored.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. Like, although Kyren, if you take a look back, I feel like I've been saying this a lot, but the first game is such a representation, I think, of what's going to happen today. Kyren Williams really had a poor game. 2 fumbles, 72 yards on just 16 attempts, no touchdowns on the ground. He had one in the air. But I mean, I'm interested that LA is going to stick to that script after losing by 17 points. But yeah, I'm with you. I would have liked to see Kyren Williams get a lot more early.
See what the Eagles can do here as Hurts takes the one. It's going to looking deep, fires, lets it fly. Devontae Smith, whoa, takes a huge shot from Ahkello Witherspoon. Oh my. Is that targeting potentially?
I think that's what they're looking at. I doubt that would be pass interference.
It's looking like it's actually unnecessary roughness on Witherspoon. So almost a big play for the Eagles, but they still get 15 on that. And wow, what a hit there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, leading with the helmet.
Yeah, you see Devontae Smith just kind of got sandwiched in between those 2 defenders. And then I really hope that Darius Williams is okay too, because he kind of felt the impact of both Witherspoon and Smith, all of their momentum coming towards him as he fell to the ground.
Hopefully everyone's okay. A lot of people getting injured, close to injured in this game so far.
Yeah, there's Williams on the sideline.
Hopefully he's all good. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Let's see if they're going to go back to another deep shot or maybe give it to their best running back in the league this season. No, not Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley. And Hurts keeps it himself. tries to beat him outside, but can't. He just slides on down. So, not getting anywhere.
Yeah, smart play by Hurts. I mean, don't get hurt.
100%.
Take the loss.
And
So
Braden
here's
Fisk
a replay.
just seems like it's something with his leg back on the bike again. Hopefully he's all
Is he
good.
cramping up? Maybe. I mean,
Potentially
tight
the
muscle?
weather could
That's a
be a
good
factor
point.
in it. The Rams aren't used to these cold games, so especially him going to Florida, playing in Florida State in college. So Hurts takes a snap, surveys, hits his tight end Dallas Goedert for a gain of 6.
Dallas Goedert. I like it.
Dallas Goedert. Good catch there by
But
him.
yeah, Dallas Goedert he's been a reliable option for Jalen Hurts. So you see there's some snow coming down now in Philadelphia. Wonder if that's going to stick on the field or not.
Big 3rd and 4 here for the Eagles with 1:20 left to go in the first. 7-6 Rams lead. Saquon gets the handoff, and he gets a gap. Oh, he's gone. Is this deja vu? The 30, the 20, the 10. He knows it too. Touchdown, Eagles. That one's for 62 yards after getting one for 72 in the last time they played. Wow.
He makes it look easy. I mean, it was like
quite
a
literally
blink of an eye, and he was past the line of scrimmage, out into the open field, absolutely nobody around him, and then just toying with the defense there at the end. It's a combination of the skill of Saquon Barkley, decision-making by Jalen Hurts of not holding on to that football, and then the blocking by Mekhi Becton and the others. Cuts it to the outside there, you see it. And, I mean, after he broke that first tackle, there was nobody catching up.
I swear it's deja vu, but this time it's not, as Elliott makes the extra point in, but just 72-yard touchdown last time they played each other, 62-yard touchdown this time. What can you do to stop Saquon?
Not much. Pray that the game's going to end soon.
13-7 Eagles, and we'll be right back after this break. After that huge touchdown by Saquon Barkley, we're back, and just the double running threat from him and Hurts is so deadly.
It sure is. I mean, you see it in the stat sheet as well now. 115 rushing yards already for Philadelphia. We're not even 14 minutes into this ball game. They had nearly 300 rushing yards the last time that these two teams met. Seems like more of the same.
100%, and it'll be up to see how the Rams having to respond once again. Jared Verse, who's been amazing for the Rams this year, being shown, and it's starting to snow heavy. Wow,
Yeah.
tons of snow pouring down now.
that'll make an impact on this game. I think it'll just call for more of Saquon Barkley.
And maybe more of Kyren as Jake Elliott sends this one into the end zone for a touchback. And here's Jared Verse saying, I hate Eagles fans. They're so annoying. When I see that green and white, I hate it. I actually get upset. Like, I actually genuinely get hot. Some bold words there. And that was who Saquon was taunting. So that's amazing by Saquon, I must say. That's some great work by Saquon.
I'm sure Saquon heard that at some point in the week.
Oh, 100%. And he definitely said something there.
Oh, yeah.
I love that, though. That's amazing. Now the Rams with the ball. 1st and 10. Handoff to Kyren. He's only going to runs into his own line and gets 3. Jalen Carter with the tackle. The Rams have to stop running into each other. That seems like their biggest. I don't know why they're continuously doing that. And Jared Verse got some pregame booze, which makes sense. Clearly embracing this villain role.
In the snow in a tank top. It's pretty brave.
Great. That's football. That's football, and that's what's the best about it. Is that players are not scared to show their emotions. Stafford, nice play action. Looking. Lets this one fly deep. And wow, what a grab by Demarcus Robinson. Underthrown. Almost intercepted there by Isaiah Rodgers. But Demarcus Robinson uses his strength and pulls that one in.
Well, yeah, Gans, you took the words right out of my mouth. I thought for a while that was going to be intercepted by Isaiah Rodgers. That ball kind of hung out in the air. You said it, underthrown. But Demarcus Robinson, fantastic concentration. That's how the first quarter is going to end. Wow.
Just really using his strength. Said, get away from me, that's mine. 13-7, Eagles lead. Playoffs, round 2. We'll be right back after this short break. $13-7 Eagles lead. But that's not the only games we have coming up for you guys. Later today, Bills, Ravens. Robbie Basil and Jacob Kaplan on the call for that one. And then tomorrow, the national championship. Ohio State, Notre Dame. You're going to have Matthew Welling and Robbie Basil on that call. So make sure you guys subscribe, put those bell notifications on, and stay tuned.
What a game that'll be tomorrow night.
It'll be okay.
Sure, my Ohio State big fan over here, but Gans is going to love it.
Oh, sure, whatever. Hate them. But we'll continue. Stafford just throws that ball away. Couldn't look like penalty though. Will be interesting to see what that one is. Probably a holding, I would assume,
Yeah.
and that's what it is. It's gonna be offensive holding on Rob Havenstein, the offensive lineman.
Hey, snow
So
really coming down now. You can see it on the field.
setting the Eagles back there, and just back to the play before. You saw there was some miscommunication between the Eagles defense, which led to that gash opening. But still, that ball really should have been intercepted.
That could have been a much bigger play if Stafford wouldn't have underthrown that ball.
Oh, 100%. First and 20 here. Give it to Kyron. Gets some room, hits outside and gets about 8, but then gets tackled on down.
And Ben,
Kyron,
you and I were talking during the break. I think we both want to see more of Kyron Williams here in this second quarter. He had a really nice run earlier in the game where he got 20 yards, and it feels like they just haven't really given it to him that much. Another good run there.
Oh, 100%. Only 6 carries today, which I expected way more from. But I've also expected more from Cooper Kupp as well, as he hasn't even gotten targeted once. So
again, in Kupp's last 4 games, he's only averaging just over 1 catch per game on 2.5 targets.
Stafford looks. Oh, and he hits him right there. Cooper Kupp almost gets the first down, looking like a 3rd and 2. But there's his catch. Big 3rd down here. You don't want to settle for the field goal. So we'll see.
Yeah,
Snow is coming down like crazy.
One of the things that we haven't really mentioned today, Ben, is the missed extra point by Jake Elliott in the first quarter. You know, if LA goes down and scores a field goal here, then they're only going to be another field goal away from tying it. Or if they score a touchdown, they're going to take the lead. I think that missed extra point is going to be crucial in this game.
True. Kyron takes the handoff. Wow. Great play by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Just blowing up the backfield.
We haven't said his name very much today, but C.J. Gardner-Johnson, kind of that energizer man for Philadelphia. If you play with him, you love him. If you don't play with him, you hate him. He's one of those guys that every playoff team needs, making a huge play on Kyron Williams there.
Like Patrick Beverly, I would say.
Yeah.
If he's on your team, you're like, let's go. If he's not, you're like, get away.
Yeah.
Big field goal here, though, for the Rams to keep it very close. They kick up just good by Josh McCarty. Nice 30-yard field goal for him. 13-10 Eagles lead. Maybe another running touchdown. But we'll be right back after this break. Saquon Barkley, what a season it's been for him. 2K plus yards, almost broke the rushing record. What it could have been against the Giants. Now, would you have sat out? What would you have done there? I need to know.
Sorry, what?
If you were Saquon,
If I was Saquon, for all that I would have done for the Eagles throughout the season, I would have went up to Coach Sirianni and told him, I am playing. There's nothing you can do about it.
that's what I would have done. Let us know in the comments what you would do. But Kenneth Gainwell gets a nice return here, breaking so many tackles. Wow, and just still going almost to half field. To midfield, sorry. For a gain of 44. Great return by him. And here's the Saquon week 12. Like I said, deja vu earlier. Just being able to read the field so easily. Great upper field vision by him. Probably one of the best in the game to do it as well.
There's Saquon right there. Yeah, you see the
what a block, though,
well.
by Becton.
Threw his man to the ground.
He manhandled him.
4 rushes for 71 yards and that touchdown for Saquon. Unstoppable.
Here's a 5th rush. This time, it looks like he's going to get maybe a gain of 1 at most.
So, all right, never mind. Maybe he's stoppable.
But that snow is really coming down.
Yeah.
Fisk on the sideline. We saw him on the bike earlier, but does have a helmet on, so good to see. That's a good sign, at least. Actually, he's the sack leading rookies with 8.5 sacks. 2nd and 9 here for the Eagles. Hurts to what he'll do here. Takes the snap, looking. He's going to take off himself for about a gain of 5 before he slides on down.
Okay, that's something that we haven't seen very much of Hurts today. Well, actually, never mind. I was going to say we haven't seen much running from Jalen Hurts, but I forgot on that first drive he had a 40-something yard rushing touchdown, so I'll be quiet.
But just those blocks again, buying him time. Could have been a holding, though, on Cam Jurgens there. But got away with it. 3rd and 3 now for the Eagles. Big 3rd down. At the 50-yard line. Almost. Looks, fires, hits his guy, A.J. Brown, and that's an easy 1st down. This time he holds on to it. About 5 yards.
So for anybody wondering, A.J. Brown with that catch just matched his catching mark from last game. Only 1 catch for 10 yards last week against Green Bay. Has that one right there. Dropped a pass earlier. I want to see him get more.
Another run for Hurts here, and he slides down, gets about 6. So Eagles are utilizing the run to the max, while the Rams are not.
Yeah, and I like the fact that when Hurts has been running, he's sliding down, not taking those hits. You know, if you want to have a long playoff run, you need to minimize the amount of shots that your quarterback is going to take. So for Hurts, being a running QB, avoiding those hits is going to be crucial for him down the stretch.
Even a long career. This time, Saquon gets it, and he gets the 1st down easily. Just their offensive line, we said it earlier, we've said it many times, is just so good at buying them time, not only when they're passing it, but then also giving them great space to run the ball.
It's one of these things where you can really lean on them. You know, if you keep getting these chunk plays of 5 or 6 yards on the ground, then there's really no need to throw the football very much.
Back to Saquon here, but this time, great defensive setup. Very interesting there, though. Well, they stopped Saquon, so that's a win.
Yeah, not very often you can say that.
A personal victory, if anything. Bringing up 2nd and 8 here for the Eagles. Now, preventing a touchdown would be huge because it would keep it a 1-possession game.
And then with the kicking struggles of Jake Elliott, who knows if he's even going to make a field goal.
True. Hurts surveys Fires. Oh, just out the reach of A.J. Brown there. Going to bring up a 3rd and 8 for the Eagles. So he's struggling throwing the ball while the Rams are struggling to run the ball.
See Coach Shula there. Long history of coordinators in that family.
Great. Has done great for the Rams this year. Now they started off very poor, then they bounced back very fast. And here they are now.
Yeah, LA's won. I think they're 7-1 in their last 8 games after starting out 5-6. Fantastic turnaround for that squad.
And Gainwell in the backfield now. Hurts, surveys. Wow, what a sack. And who else? Jared Verse.
First time he's
Wow.
gotten to Jalen Hurts today. And I just talked about minimizing those hits that Hurts is going to take. That's exactly what you don't want to see. Fantastic offensive line. He beat Lane Johnson. And
Mekhi
bodied
Becton,
Mekhi
wow.
Becton.
And this
That's
potentially
a
puts
sight
them
to
out of field goal
behold.
range.
I mean, when you move around Lane Johnson and then you throw Mekhi Becton onto the ground as a rookie, who knows what he's going to be doing in 4 to 5 years.
What a punt by the Eagles, putting them within their own 10-yard line. So, Rams offense have a lot of field to go. We'll be right back. Eagles up 13-10 after this short break. And we're back. Eagles lead 13-10. Rams with the ball, though, within their own 10. So we'll see what they can do here and if they can respond with taking the lead potentially. Tons of snow, though. First play, handoff Kyren, and he gets almost getting the first down. Gets about 9 yards there. And we were saying earlier we wanted more running. Well, here we go.
Man, Gans, you're way far ahead of me.
I am?
Yeah, I just got to the start of the play. You might have to rewind a minute. But no, I mean, nice vision by Kyren Williams. Solid play there. Both of us, again, we've said it multiple times. So we want to see Kyren get more involved in this offense.
100%. 2nd and 2 here. Stafford. Flea flicker play. Gets it to Higby. Higby gets about what? Oh, is that a fumble? Ball is loose at the end, but Puka picks it up. I'm not sure though.
Mm.
Or Demarcus Robinson, sorry, picking it up.
You can't tell if Higby was down or not. I mean, it sure looked like when he was rolling on top of the defender, he was still up. Maybe he got a forearm down or something, but hey, creative play design.
Interesting version of a flea flicker, usually taking shots downfield. But they went very short with this one.
Zach Bond in there. We haven't said his name today. I mean, he's just been a breakout star for this Philadelphia team. Kind of unreal what he's
100%.
been able to do.
He's done great things. Rams play action play. Stafford looking. Almost gets intercepted again when he's looking for Demarcus Robinson.
Jeez.
Maybe he should have stopped targeting him.
There's that Rodgers on Robinson matchup again. Of course, Robinson won the first one, but then Isaiah Rodgers. Missed opportunity. We saw that from Slay earlier. Those are game changers that they really need to have.
I believe Stafford may have got hit when he was throwing that. Oh, it almost maybe got tipped. Not sure. But it did not look like the best ball from Stafford.
Yeah, not the best route from Robinson either. Seemed it took
Go
him.
hurry up on second down though. Get about a gain of 8 to Puka. Bringing up 3rd and 1.
This is where I want to see Kyron Williams get involved. These short yardage downs. After a couple of throws, after a few throws, the flea flicker as well. You want to get your star running back involved.
Oh, 100%. Especially when it's 3rd and 1, you just got to give it to them and trust them. And that they do, but wow, the Eagles defense break into the backfield and just swarm him up. So maybe they shouldn't have done that. Wow.
Nolan Smith, Montez Sweat. There's stars all across the board for this Eagles defense. Nowhere to go for Williams.
So they're going to have to punt the ball away. Great stop by the Eagles defense, though, there. Let's see. Evans sends this one away. Cooper DeJean back. And bubbles it, but then he gets it back. Wow. Could have been bad, but he secures it back. 13-10. Eagles lead. And we'll be right back after this short break. 13-10, still the score. Now, Eagles with the ball within their own 10-yard line. We'll see what they could do. I'm expecting a lot of running, though.
Yeah, clock running down in the half. Obviously, 5:18 left, so there's still a lot of time for Philadelphia to run their general offense that they like to. But I think sprinkling in some more pass plays, getting A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith going would be pretty beneficial for them. Jalen Hurts only has 5 completions, and A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith each only have 5 yards receiving.
And then Saquon has 70-plus total yards, so.
Yeah.
But because of where they are on the field, I'm expecting that run. But we'll see. And they do hand it off to Saquon, who gets tackled by Jared Verse, but still gets a gain of about 2.
Jared Verse is everywhere. I mean, after that play where he got dusted by Saquon Barkley, he's gotten that big sack on 3rd down, which put them out of field goal range. Then a nice play there on the tackle of Barkley.
You think A.J. Brown's reading his book again today?
I hope so. He might need to practice inner excellence if Jalen Hurts isn't giving him the ball, because he's not getting football excellence.
In a flag here, I believe that's a false start probably on the Eagles, which is very uncharacteristic. And it is.
Yeah, well, that's going to put them back into a must-pass situation.
On Jordan Mailata, I believe. And there's that book again, inner excellence. So, got to do what you got to do, though.
Yeah.
Clearly, he's had a successful career, so the book is working.
If it works for him, I mean, why not?
It worked to get out of Tennessee. This time, hitting it off
might
to
work to
Saquon.
get out of Philadelphia.
Saquon just gets nowhere, runs into his own guys. So, big 3rd down here for the Eagles. Gonna need some inner excellence. Maybe they'll look for A.J. Brown here.
And, I mean, besides that long 62-yard rushing touchdown, they've done a pretty good job on Saquon Barkley. If you take out that 62-yard touchdown, he's had 8 carries for 20 yards. So if Philly can, if LA can continue to kind of bottle him up, or at least not allow any explosive plays, then they're going to stay in this game.
Eagles going to need one here. Hurts, surveys, hits Saquon out the backfield, and Saquon using that gash of speed, and he gets that 1st down. Wow. But Saquon looks hurt as he's running off the sideline very fastly. Running to the sideline very quickly, sorry.
That's...
I don't know what I was saying.
Those are the big plays that I just talked about that you can't allow. It's 3rd and long, backed up way deep on their own side of the field. You just can't let it happen. I mean, LA was in a perfect position to potentially get a field goal, end the half, maybe even a touchdown. But now...
And they get ball after half.
Yeah, that too. Like, that was a perfect setup for them, and they just blew it because of that play.
Now, Kenneth Gainwell gets it, and he makes one guy miss and almost gets the 1st down. Could actually potentially be I think they're going to give him the 1st down. And now Gainwell's still in. So that's something to look at with no Saquon, what they'll be doing. Maybe not as much running and more throwing.
Sorry again. Against.
No.
Good. Barkley kind of hobbled off the field after that big 3rd down play. Who knows? They may hold him out until after halftime.
Be interesting. They do have the 2-minute warning coming up very soon, though. And this time, running into Gainwell, who goes outside and gets the 1st down. So even without Saquon, they're still being able to get that running game going.
I guess they're going to say he didn't get the 1st.
I guess marking him a millimeter, like very, very small distance. And yeah, here's Saquon getting looked at. So, but that brings us to the 2-minute warning. So we'll be right back. And we're back just like Saquon as he's in the backfield now. So clearly he's all good to go. Hurts takes a snap, fakes the handoff, and it's Devontae Smith on the little screen who gets about a gain of 2. So good to see Saquon back if you're an Eagles fan. Bad to see him back if you're a Rams fan.
Yeah, I didn't expect to see him off the field for very long. Of course, nearing that 100-yard mark, already has over 100 yards total if you include his 22 receiving yards.
And now Jalen Hurts using his legs and gets the first down, makes one guy miss. Could be any flag. No flag for a late hit there, but it could have very possibly been one. But gets that first down and
out there on the sideline.
It's probably hard to stop your momentum, though, especially with the snow. Less traction, which will make it harder. And I believe that's Byron Young, if I'm not mistaken.
Byron Young, Tennessee guy. Mid-round pick a couple years ago, making his impact.
Yeah, it really seems like he had trouble stopping his momentum there.
Yeah.
Brings up a 1st and 10, though. 1:29 left to go at about the 45. Hurts takes a handoff, takes a snap, hands it off to Saquon, who gets a big gash for about 8, maybe 9. He's upset with that run, though.
It looks like for a second there he was going to have a lot more.
He wanted more. You saw him after the play.
Yeah. That kind of immediate 2 to 3 yard mark, it looked like there was a lot of room for him to go.
2nd and 1 with a minute left. Hurts looks, surveys, lets a deep ball go. And who did A.J. Brown almost had it, but then he drops it afterwards. It's called incomplete out of bounds. Wow. A.J. Brown, maybe your inner excellence is not showing. Golly.
Jeez. Yeah, second drop of the game. Yeah, he 100% should have had that ball. And he went back for it a second time, but I think his left side of his body was already out of bounds. Needs to come down with those balls. This is a playoff game, A.J. Brown. It's the divisional round, 3-point game. Your quarterback just threw a deep ball to you. Have to come down with that one.
Saquon back on the sideline. The Eagles are going to call a timeout here. But even with that, just where they would have been field positioning wise, instead of being almost at midfield, to being at the 1 yard line, it's a big difference when the Rams get the ball after halftime. Huge difference there.
Because of the snow and because it's outdoors, you're kind of in that no man land. If it was indoors, in October, this is an easy 54, 55-yard field goal. But because of the snow and the weather, all the things I just talked about, and the kicking struggles too. Jake Elliott already missed an extra point. This is not a place where you want to be on the field.
100%. And just, you have to catch that. He had the ball too. It seemed like it was a bit underthrown, but that helped. Because
I think that was
defender didn't realize. So just not playing to his best, A.J. Brown is. So going to bring up 31 with 57 seconds left to go now. See what the Eagles do here. And they give it right to Saquon, who gets that first down. But still looks like he's in some pain, Saquon.
That really sucks to see. He's the biggest star out on the football field.
100%.
You really want to see him in there on these huge games. Sorry.
And there's a check down to Barkley for about a gain of 3. 30 seconds now. So Eagles gonna call their second timeout. But yeah, I don't expect Saquon to sit this one out. And if anything, it have to be something very, very serious, if anything.
And that Saquon, he's gonna make sure that he doesn't miss this game. Or in any
100%.
part of this game, for that matter.
100%. Still going back to that play by A.J. Brown, though. How does he drop that ball?
It was huge. One of the things that I like to say whenever I'm upset about a football player for not doing something is, you get paid millions of dollars to catch the football. Catch the football.
Almost like a kicker. You get paid millions to kick the ball.
Yeah. I mean, he both hands on the ball, eyes were on it. He didn't have anywhere to run, so he didn't take his eyes off the ball. You just have to come down with those. Really good throw as well from Hurts.
100%. 2nd and 8 here. Hurts loses the ball, but then Keenan Gainwell picks that up. Wow. Who and I believe was that Jared Verse? It's hard to tell. Or actually, no, it wasn't.
Spites?
You think it was Spates? Yeah, Omar Spates. And I believe that's just going to send us into halftime. Never mind.
Yeah, I think Sirianni, I don't know what he's going to do, but I think he wants these last couple seconds to do something. Maybe throw a Hail Mary. I don't know, go for a 60-plus yard field goal. We'll see.
Going to be interesting. And it looks like Gainwell missed his block there. Didn't
He was
read it
completely
correctly.
untouched.
Yeah, I think that was Gainwell's guy too, because Gainwell was just standing there.
So Ben, this is the second time in the first half now that we've seen a third down sack take Philadelphia out of field goal range. These are the type of plays that are going to come back to haunt them if they end up losing this football game by 4 or 5 points.
That's very true. And the offense is still on the field, so I guess they're going with a Hail Mary play. But after AJ Brown dropped that ball earlier, who you
Well, you see number
Are you trusting
89 Wilson there. I don't know which Wilson, maybe Cedric Wilson, but he's looks really tall on screen. So yeah, this looks like it's just going to be a chuck it down the field Hail Mary.
It looks like the Rams are now going to call a timeout.
Good.
Very interesting. So maybe now they're just going to, I don't even know what they're going to do. But Saquon earlier. Oh, so the helmet of the Rams defender went right into the hand of Saquon.
Mm.
So I believe it's his hand and wrist that the injury is forming from. You see him on the sideline right now, but it makes sense. 3rd and 23. No need to put him out on the field with 3 seconds left.
No, not at all.
He is wincing in some pain. And the offense is staying out. So we'll see what Sirianni could do here, what he could cook up in the office. Hurts with 2 people in the backfield with him. Sends one out in motion. Takes a snap. Rams send 5, get good pressure in. And Hurts just gets sacked by Verse. So that's going to send us to halftime. 13-10. Rams receiving the ball first. And we'll be back with our halftime report. halftime now. Eagles lead 13-10. But it's been an interesting first half, hasn't it, Charlie?
It sure has. I mean, both teams started off hot, scored touchdowns on their opening drives. But besides that, there's been a lot of sloppy offensive plays, dropped interceptions as well, third down sacks, taking the Eagles out of field goal range on two separate occasions. It's been a fun half though. 13-10, obviously a close game. Rams get the ball to start the second half. Still a lot of football left to be played then.
Agreed. And for the Eagles, who else but Saquon Barkley's been getting it done? Just been doing amazing. 11 carries, 94 rushing yards. And then receiving-wise, 3 catches for 24 yards. So that's been the star for the Eagles. But who's been the star for the Rams?
I mean, there hasn't really been one in particular, which kind of sucks. I mean, Matthew Stafford has had a pretty efficient day, 10 for 15, 126 yards and a touchdown, no interceptions. Demarcus Robinson had that big catch. Of course, Tyler Higbee, 4 catches, 41 yards and a touchdown. So it's been a joint effort. Puka Nacua as well. I want to see Cooper Kupp get more involved in this offense. Just one catch. We only saw him get one catch last week. He's been really, really slow, and in the end of the season, they'd benefit a lot by getting him more involved in this offense.
Agreed. And Jared Verse, although he got taunted on that on that touchdown by Saquon, after that, he's really stepped up.
That's true, yeah.
It's been some great defense. And Tyler Higbee, I'm not sure if you mentioned him or not, but being injured earlier, huge game today so far, 4 catches and a touchdown. So definitely looking to see more of him in the second half.
Yeah, we didn't expect that from Higbee. I mean, I think both of us were looking at Nacua and Kyren Williams to kind of lead the charge for that offense, but not necessarily. It's been Tyler Higbee.
Agreed. So we'll be right back with the second half. And Charlie Hitt's going to take play on that one, so stay tuned.
Just feeling kind of like burned out and stuck. At some points, I struggled to see things getting better. So I made a hard decision to take a step back from some things and to just really work on my mental health. And a huge part of that for me has been therapy. At first, the idea of adding something into my schedule sounded a little overwhelming, but trust me when I say therapy can make a huge impact on your mental health. There's something about carving out space and time for yourself to sit and unpack and vent and talk to a therapist and reassess and realign with what you're passionate about, set boundaries and track all of those things. It's just so important. I have loved using BetterHelp. First off, they're fully online, which is just super convenient and super flexible, and I feel more comfortable being in my own home. Finding a therapist is kind of like finding a relationship. You have to find somebody you feel comfortable talking with, that communicates similarly to you, that you can just like vibe with. And BetterHelp has a network of over 30,000
Start of the second half here in Philadelphia, 13-10. Eagles lead the Rams. I'm Charlie Hitt, joined alongside Ben Gans. And Ben, it's been a tale of two different offenses. Of course, the Eagles leaning more on their running game, the Rams leaning on their passing game. What have you liked so far in this first half?
I've liked what I've seen from Saquon Barkley, especially with that 62-yard touchdown. And from the Rams, their third down defense has been great. You said earlier, you had multiple sacks on third down, which have pushed the Eagles out of field goal range. So that's been a great job by the defense to keep themselves in the game.
So Philadelphia is going to kick it away to Los Angeles to start off this third quarter. As I said, the Rams trail by 3 points. They scored a touchdown on their opening drive and then just scored one more time after that. So we're back for the start of quarter number 3. Touchback, and that's how things will get started. Matthew Stafford going to take the field for the first time in this quarter, 126 passing yards. Had that touchdown as well in the first half. Kyren Williams chipped in for 46 more yards. What are you looking to see for the Rams in this first drive?
Looking to see more runs from Kyren, to be honest.
Yeah. 16 passing attempts total for Matthew Stafford. Just 10 rushing attempts for the Rams' entire team, 9 of them with Kyren Williams. First and 10, Stafford play action. Has time, launches it left side for Kupp. It's incomplete. Too far out of the outstretched hands of
I
Cooper
love my
Kupp.
natural hair, but
Set a
not
pretty
what
slow
hoodies
start
were
then.
doing to it. So I made my own.
100%.
Chasing Philly helps my
Philly
business
been that
grow
way for
one hoodie
all
at
the
a
receivers
time.
in this game.
Get
AJ
financial
Brown,
guidance from bankers in your
Devontae
community
Smith,
and convenient
even Puka
digital
Nacua.
tools all in one
Look
place.
at all them.
Takes for
have
business.
had
Make
some
more
slow
of what's
starts,
yours.
so.
From relieving
Yeah,
roughness
Nacua,
to soothing
the
skin,
lone man with
there's
multiple
before,
receptions
and
out
there's
of those kind of
Aquaphor.
4 stars. Has just 3 catches for 29 yards. Second and 10 from the 30-yard line. Stafford communicating. Kupp goes into motion to the left side. Stafford hands it off. Williams, not much on second down. It's going to lead to a long third down opportunity to start this drive.
Now, I would have expected them to run it on first down and then throw it on second down, because then it gives you a better way to read what you have to do on third down. But now, you basically have to pass it on third down unless you get a lucky run.
Yeah, you said it must-pass situation now. These are the situations where maybe you look for Cooper Kupp, who's been that safety blanket for Matthew Stafford for so many years now. Play clock running down. Stafford gets the snap off. Drops back. Finds. That's Whittington. Is that Higbee?
Colby Parkinson?
Parkinson. All right. Colby Parkinson gets 5. Not enough for the first down. Just a quick 3 and out for Los Angeles.
Great job by the Eagles defense there. to come out and stop the Rams from gaining any momentum, especially with the stadium being home. The stadium's probably super loud, so that's probably the stadium post is definitely moving right now.
Ethan Evans going to punt it away to Cooper DeJean. Remember, Ben, Cooper DeJean loved that last punt at the end of the first half. These snowy, icy conditions could play a factor. He's fielding. So here's DeJean. Waits for a second, goes out of bounds. And that is how Philadelphia's drive will start. They're going to be at about the 15-yard line for their first offensive possession of the game, or of the half. Sorry, we're going to go to Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts take the field. Ben, Saquon has been fantastic this afternoon.
He has, but so is Mekhi Becton. Of course, he had that one mishap earlier, but lead block on that Saquon touchdown. That's really been the main driver for this Eagles offense. So he's had 15 starts at right guard this season, but 0 in the previous 4 with the Jets.
If you remember, Mekhi Becton, high draft pick for the New York Jets, turned into, the New York Jets trash. Now he's the Philadelphia Eagles treasure. Quick fire right side, Devontae Smith breaks a couple of tackles and he's out of bounds after a quick gain of 7 yards. So it'll set up a 2nd and short for Philly.
Good catch there, and getting that passing game going early. But I'm still expecting to see a whole ton of Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, me too. Jalen Hurts just 73 passing yards on the day. Saquon has 94 on the ground alone. 2nd and 3 motion. Saquon gets the handoff and he's wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. Dual effort there from a couple of the Rams defenders. So it'll set up a 3rd down and short for Philadelphia.
Great job by the Rams defensive line there. And they've been doing a good job throughout today. And this 3rd down defense for the Rams have been a problem for the Eagles. So we'll see if they worked it out during halftime.
That was Bobby Brown that got in there to make the tackle. Rare sighting, Saquon Barkley losing yards. 3rd down and 3. Hurts in the backfield with Barkley. Hurts incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown. It's like a miscommunication. He fired to that left side, and A.J. Brown was crossing over the middle.
Yeah, that one wasn't even close to A.J. Brown. So, quick 3 and outs for both teams.
Yeah, stark contrast to what we saw to start the first half. Of course, both teams scoring touchdowns on their opening possessions of the game. And now you said it, Ben. 3 and outs for both squads. Here's the punter for Philadelphia. Back deep inside his own 10. Snowy conditions in Philly. And he's wrapped up after a short gain. That was number 19, Xavier Smith. Not much on the return. 13-10. Philadelphia still holds on to the lead, and we'll be right back. 13-10. We're back in snowy Philadelphia at Lincoln Financial Field. 30-degree temperatures in this Sunday afternoon football game between the Eagles and the Rams. NFC divisional matchup. Okay, so the Rams have the football at their own 26-yard line. Stafford's going to hand it off to Kyren Williams on the first play. Williams has some room, cuts it to the right side, and he's ripped to the ground by, I believe that's Blankenship, to set up a manageable second down.
Good job bouncing off those tackles there by Kyren. Instead of losing yards, he gains. So
Reed Blankenship. You see that 4 interceptions this season, a career high. 6 passes defended, 78 tackles. It's been really, really solid for this Eagles defense that leads the league in total yards allowed. Stafford launches it, and Nakua may have lost it in that snow. He was guarded by Darius Slay. He was open.
looks like that the deep ball is not working for the Rams very well. So I wonder if they'll stop trying that soon and just try and play a shorter game.
Yeah, that's a couple of misses we've seen from Stafford. Historically,
Even
one
on
of the better. Or you go ahead, Gans.
Even on the one that worked, it was underthrown. So
One of the better deep ball throwers in the NFL in recent memory, Matt Stafford, with a couple of misses. He's going to drop back on third down, launches it left side, and that's caught by Cooper Kupp. My goodness, what a catch.
great catch there. I'm surprised no flag, to be honest. Because it got physical there. Is that Isaiah Rodgers again, though, losing another jump ball?
Yeah, Rodgers with really soft coverage could have been called for pass interference. Cooper Kupp, great concentration, almost got ripped away. Man, 2 catches for 39 yards now for the star wide receiver for the Rams. And they're now set up in Philadelphia territory. Handoff here, goes to Kyren Williams up the middle. Has some room to run. Breaks off a tackle. Kyren Williams finally ripped to the ground inside the 10-yard line by Bond. But Williams has to be thrilled after that effort.
Great run there by Kyren, breaking multiple tackles. Couldn't get it all the way, but still in the red zone. So I expect them to go back to him to try and punch this one on in.
See that offensive line really holding up for Los Angeles against this stellar Eagles D-line. Kyren Williams just bouncing off tacklers as well. First down and goal. And fumble on the handoff. Williams lucky to fall on top of that one. That's going to come out as I think a loss of about 5 yards. So they're going to be set up with second and long now.
Definitely not what you want there on your first down play. Seems like it slipped out of the hand of Stafford's. So.
Oh, yeah.
It
So
did just slip out of the
Stafford,
hand.
at the end of that, lost control of it. It's like a slight toss. It's a shotgun formation now. Stafford, 2nd and 15. Play clock running down. Higbee. Play action. Quick fire right side. And he's going to be wrapped up and taken down for a short gain of 2 to set up a 3rd down and goal at the 13-yard line for LA.
Yeah, seems like they ran a little play action there. But he keeps throwing these checkdowns to Higbee. He seems to love them.
Interesting play call on 2nd and really long. Dumping it off to his tight end.
But they are only down 3, so a field goal would tie the game.
Third and goal. Higbee motions to the left. 3 receivers on that side. Stafford rolls that way. Stafford trying to find somewhere to go, and he's sacked. How about that? Another 3rd down sack, and it's Jalix Hunt. So the field goal unit's going to come out for LA to try and tie this thing up.
Stafford had a lot of time there. Just couldn't find what he wanted, but earlier in the first half, it was the Rams making sacks on third downs when the Eagles had the ball, but this time it's the Eagles making the sack. So
Hunt with some good pressure. He was working on Rob Havenstein. So now here comes the kicker, Joshua Carty, 34-yard field goal from the right hash. Carty in the snow, and he slips it in. Just barely. Tie game at 13-7, 37 remaining in quarter number 3. Hurts and the Eagles up next on offense. Quick field goal to start the half for Los Angeles. They tie this ball game up at 13 with Philadelphia. I'm Charlie Hitt, joined alongside Ben Gans, and we're having the pleasure of bringing you this divisional matchup in the NFC between the Rams and the Eagles, the number 4 and number 2 seed, respectively, in that conference. Carty's going to kick it away. Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, and the Eagles offense will get a chance to respond after the return from Isaiah Rodgers. He's going to knee it down in the end zone. So here they come.
it'll be interesting to see what they do here. I've said it many times, but I'm expecting a lot of Saquon.
Yeah, approaching that century mark on the ground. Has 118 yards total. Had over 300 yards in their last matchup with Los Angeles earlier in the season. Doing more of the same today. Jalen Hurts has 67 rushing yards, along with his 73 passing yards. So here's a pistol formation on 1st and 10. Hurts is going to hand it off to Barkley, and Barkley is bottled up at the line of scrimmage. That's number 97, Michael Hocht. So nice job again by that Rams front.
Seems like after that big TD, the Eagles really haven't gotten big runs from Saquon. So
They haven't. Yeah, there was those 2 big runs earlier in the game. Jalen Hurts had his 40-plus yard touchdown, and Saquon had that 62-yarder. So here's Hurts on 1st down. Pocket collapses. He gets out of there. 2nd and 9, and he's going to run for 5. So that'll set up a 3rd down and manageable at about the 35-yard line.
Good play by Hurts there, trying to make sure to keep the play alive and getting closer to that 1st down marker, so it's easier 3rd down for them.
So here's 3rd and 5. Eagles 29th in the NFL in pass yardage or pass yards per game. This is looking like a passing down. Hurts drops back, has time, looks over the middle, and it's caught. Dallas Goedert down that left sideline. He has plenty of room. Big 1st down for Philly, and they're inside Los Angeles territory.
Almost like you've spoken into existence there, saying they don't pass a lot, then they get a 31-yard catch from Dallas Goedert. So that's a huge play right there to move him into Rams territory.
From the 34-yard line, Goedert has over 50 yards now. Hurts fakes the handoff, has time, finds Goedert again. And he's going to be taken down short of that 1st down marker. So Hurts, again, they really don't run it a lot. He has the lowest pass yardage that he's had as a starting quarterback in his career this year.
Not surprised that we're seeing a lot of good Eric though. He's one of the favorite targets in a safety blanket for Hurts. So it makes sense with this weather that he's going him to a lot.
Hurts hands it off. Barkley, quick speed. He's going to get that 1st down and give Philadelphia a new set of downs. Closing in to that end zone, and Barkley's now over 100 yards on the ground.
Just a workhorse, and he gets it done both ways with 126 total yards, which is just so impressive as we're still in the 3rd quarter.
3 wide receivers to the left, none to the right. Hurts, pump fake, looking, end zone, broken up, almost intercepted.
Should have definitely
That was
been
a risky
there.
throw.
That
Quentin
ball,
Lake had hands on it. He's guarding A.J. Brown.
A.J. Brown, another try to the end zone there and couldn't get it working. But yeah, if the defense communicated better, it hit him in the face, it seems.
Yeah. I think Witherspoon, number 4, maybe would have had a better opportunity at picking off that ball. So you see there, A.J. Brown only 5 receiving yards after having just 10 last game. Hurts floats it to Goedert. He's got a lot of room to run. Blockers ahead of him. Goedert inside the 5-yard line. And this is nearing that automatic location for Philadelphia. They can hand it off to Saquon. Oh, a flag is down.
That was a big catch doing a big gain, so.
Yeah, ineligible man downfield is what they're going to call on the star, Mekhi Becton. He's unhappy with himself, so that entire play is going to go to waste.
After we were hyping up Becton so much earlier, has a bad play that basically sets them back very far. So that's not what you want, especially when you're almost at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, that was definitely a good call there. That red line that you see on the screen, the offensive linemen need to be behind that until the ball is caught by the receiver. Play clock running down, 2nd and 15, backed up behind the 25-yard line. Hurts running out of time, trying to get away, and he's not. He is sacked, and Hurts looks hurt.
Hurts being hurt. That's one that, good wordplay there. But again, with these long plays that the Eagles have to convert on, the offensive line is not able to hold enough time, and the Rams are just able to get the sack.
It's a really bad sight in Philadelphia here. Jalen Hurts grabbing at his left knee after he got pulled backwards.
Who
He's
is
going
the
to
backup?
stay out on the field. Go ahead, Gans.
Who is the backup? I'm trying to think.
Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett would be crazy.
All right, so they're going to hand it off to that left side. Barkley not nearly enough for the first down, so they're at the 27-yard line. This will be a 44-ish yard field goal. If that's the direction they elect to go. It's Jared Verse getting in there. Reminder, Kenny Pickett did play a few games at the end of the season as Jalen Hurts was out with a concussion.
And Jake Elliott's struggled. 2024, this season, he's missed the most he's missed in his career, missing 8 field goals. He missed an extra point earlier, which we saw. So
Elliott to take the lead. From that left hash, it's floating to the right side, and it barely gets in.
it's a big kick, though.
Kick is good. So Philly takes the lead 16-13. 2:19 remaining in quarter number 3. .219 remaining in quarter number 3. Philadelphia holding on to a slim 16-13 lead, Ben. Couple of field goals in the third quarter. Some sloppy offensive play. Jalen Hurts looked like he got injured. See what's going to happen next.
Be interesting to see, but very close game. And remember that missed extra point earlier? That could be a big game changer here.
Especially in such a close game. Close, low-scoring game. Kick is away into the end zone, and that will be a touchback.
And in the chat, let us know what your Super Bowl prediction is. Hey, what do you have right now?
Super Bowl matchup?
Matchup prediction, yes.
I think my matchup prediction is going to be Bills versus Eagles. I think this is the year where Kansas City gets stopped. I really liked how Buffalo played against them in the regular season. They're going to have a tough matchup in Arrowhead, but I think they can get it done.
I'm going to take Chiefs-Eagles.
And back in Philly, dropped by Higbee, who's been really, really solid today. So you see a replay of Jalen Hurts getting twisted backwards.
It looks like his knee. I believe.
It was his left knee that he was grabbing right after that play. Hopefully he's all right. Again, missed a couple of games there at the end of the season. So here's Los Angeles, 2nd and 10 from the 30. Handoff up the gut. Kyron Williams slips through the line. And a good 7 yards on 2nd down. So it'll set up a 3rd and short for the Rams.
Now, if they don't, this could be a big stop here for the Eagles defense. So, but good run there by Kyron, of course, getting good 8 yards, almost getting the first down. And to be honest, I would go back to him if I was the coach of the Rams here.
I would too. He's been really solid, pretty efficient today.
Agreed.
Averaging about 7 yards per carry, up over 90 yards. All right, here's 3rd and 2. Kupp goes into motion, stays on that right side. Stafford, plenty of time. Left side, Nacua dropped it. Oh, man.
Bad drop there by Puka.
That's going to
in
be a
the
3
break,
and out.
I think we should touch on the game coming later today, but that drop by Puka is a killer if you're a Rams fan.
Yeah, drive killer for sure. Had it open. Good route by Puka. Nice throw by Stafford. Just couldn't hold on to that football.
And you're giving the Eagles
Turned his head before he fully controlled that.
When the Eagles can milk a lot of clock now. So
Sure can.
that's something to watch.
Punt inside the 5-yard line. It's going to stay.
What a punt by Ethan Evans. That is just amazing. And it really helps the Rams as the Eagles are getting the ball back. But for the game later today.
Go ahead.
Let me continue, sorry. I was going to say, for the game later today, what are your keys for both teams?
I think my key for Buffalo is going to be a balanced offense. They usually rely heavy on that passing game. But if they can get James Cook and company rolling on the ground, that could set up for a really nice game for them. And then for Baltimore, it's the pass defense. They've been really, really poor all season long in that category. But if they can bottle up Josh Allen and those receivers, they might be headed to a trip to Arrowhead.
For me, for the Ravens, I'm going to say Mark Andrews. I think that's an X factor in today's game. I think he's been started off the season very poor. People were saying that he was just an offensive tackle, basically. But then lately, he's been doing more. And then for the Bills, I think stopping the run, especially when it's Lamar and Derrick Henry, because that's such just a lethal threat when you have both that are top 5 in their position. Could be top 3 also. And with 2 MVPs going at it with Allen and Lamar, it's going to really show who wants it more.
Oh, yeah. That'll be an exciting one to watch. And an exciting fourth quarter coming up here in Philadelphia. We're going to take a break and be right back. From their own 4-yard line for Philadelphia. 3-point lead for the Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field. It's going to be a handoff up the middle for Saquon Barkley. Minimal gain of about 3 or 4. Saquon sticking to what we've seen from him all season long, up over 100 yards already, not even through 3 quarters, 190 total rushing yards for the Philadelphia offense.
Yeah, I'm expecting a lot of running here from the Eagles to try and get that clock down, especially with the third quarter almost coming to a close, and then also trying to use some clock in the fourth quarter to limit the Rams' time to be able to come back.
Just 109 passing yards for Jalen Hurts. Only averages about 200 passing yards per game in the playoffs throughout his career. He's going to throw it on this one, running out of time, and he's sacked in the end zone for a safety.
Wow. Now,
What an incredible play by the Rams defense. It's now just a 1-point lead.
that's a momentum changer. Big time, especially with the third quarter about to come to an end. Just seems missed blocking has been an issue for the Eagles when the press has been coming in by the defensive line.
That was Neville Gallimore that came right through the A gap.
And I'm really surprised that Hurts just didn't try and throw that one away.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I mean,
Maybe he lost. It seems like he lost a little control of it, and maybe that's why. But still,
so now the Rams are going to get the ball back after getting those 2 points. You said it, Ben. Huge momentum shifter in this ball game. I think that's something that none of us expected.
yeah, really was expecting a long drive there by the Eagles, if anything, but
Yeah.
instead it's a very short one. So
Just that passing game has kind of been a disaster all afternoon long. They had a nice run from Saquon, and then they try and drop back and throw. They get a safety.
yeah, very interesting play calling as well. Don't know if I would have gone for a pass there. Definitely would have just handed the rock to Saquon again, or even done a read option. So the wind
So
is very
Elliott's going to
active.
kick off from the 20-yard line in a dark, snowy Philadelphia Sunday night. 26 seconds left in the third quarter, 16-15. Eagles have the lead wearing those home green uniforms. Here's the return up past the 30, and he's going to be taken down at about the 35-yard line. That's where Matthew Stafford and company are going to start their next drive. And it looks like we will get them straight onto the field before this third quarter ends.
Probably one play here. I would expect it to be just a run to Kyron. No need to force anything here, but who knows? Especially when we were expecting a run there. So anything's
Yeah.
possible, clearly.
Here's 1st and 10. Stafford changing something there at the line. Play clock at 10. Handoff right side, Kyron Williams. There you go, Ben. Williams cuts it up the middle, gets about 7 or 8 yards, and that will do it for the third quarter. 16-15. Philadelphia holding on tightly to a 1-point lead, but they're on defense. Matt Stafford and company will have the opportunity to take the lead. End of 3 in Philadelphia. Start of quarter number 4 in Philadelphia. 16-15, Eagles have the slight lead over the number 4 seed Los Angeles Rams. Rams on offense here for 2nd and 2. Stafford's going to hand it off to Williams, who lost the ball. Picked up by Isaiah Rodgers going down the other way. Rodgers, one man to beat down the sideline, and he's out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Oh my goodness, Ben.
Now, if you remember the last time these two played each other, Tyron fumbled twice. So that's a big issue right there for the Rams.
He's really had some fumbling issues this season. That's his 6th fumble of the year, and you said it 2 in the last matchup. Isaiah Rodgers has had a tough day, but what about that play?
Good punch out there, I believe, by Jalen Carter as well.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily for the Rams, the Eagles are only at the 10-yard line, so they can't milk much clock. But then again, they also may score, so it's
yeah. I don't think there's a lot of positives you can take from this situation for LA.
Yeah.
Although I will say, if Philly scores a touchdown, then because of the missed extra point, it will be a 1-score game. Assuming it ends up at 23-15.
Yeah, agreed.
So Hurts has it. 1st and goal. Barkley has it up the middle, and he's down at the 1. Tush-push territory, potentially.
Very
as
true.
Saquon has them in business.
Expecting a tush-push. Very, very soon. And this is 4-down territory for the Eagles, to be honest.
2nd and goal at the 1. They're not going to go tush-push. Barkley loses yardage. Oh, my. That was Christian Rosenboom coming in there to make the big hit in the backfield.
The hit by him. And Saquon didn't lose any yards there, which is most important because he's keeping it close to the end zone and giving the Eagles a great chance to punch this one on in.
I don't think Nick Sirianni's happy about what has transpired in this last play. Shotgun formation on 3rd and goal. So now you think, what if they would have just gone tush-push on 2nd down? Calcaterra in motion. Handoff. Barkley. Is he in? He is. Touchdown. Philadelphia.
Oh, that was close. I believe they're going to send that one to review, but if that is, and it looks like there is some trash talking afterwards, and we saw Saquon taunting earlier. Oh, I think he's short hit. I think he is. I think he's short.
We'll have to see what the crew in New York says.
Here in New York, I think he's short, but I'm not part of that crew.
You get a lot of angles here. And yeah, Ben, I think he may have been short by just about half a yard.
But what stands out to me the most is after the play.
Yeah, right there.
You saw that taunting earlier from Saquon. So, definitely some words exchanged.
So we're going to take a quick break as they're going to take a look at this one. We think he's short. New York doesn't know yet. We'll be right back. back in Philadelphia, call is reversed. So this is going to set up a 4th and goal opportunity from the half-yard line. Tush push time coming in Philly. Hurts. Did he get there? All right, a flag
false
is
start call?
down. What are they going to? False start. Wow.
And who's it on though?
False start.
Lane
on
Johnson.
Lane Johnson.
Out of everyone on the team, it's him? Wow.
I guess maybe it was everybody moved except for him because he did not look like he jumped. Oh, yeah, he did.
Wow.
He twitched.
Rams fans' prayers got answered clearly.
So Jake Elliott, who's 1 for 1 on field goals today, 1 for 2 on extra points, is going to kick this one off. Or going to kick it
You see
away.
them, they're trying to clear it. Clear the area for the kick.
23 yards away, straight ahead. Wind blowing. And it got it. It was a knuckleball, but it's good. 19-15 is our new score.
Wow.
You see the replay here. Of course, snow pouring down. Good job by the holder catching that ball. Elliott boots it through. Anyways, 4-point lead for Philadelphia. Los Angeles is going to get the ball back with 13-ish minutes to go. I think we're going to stay here. Can't quite tell if we're going to get a commercial break or not. Yeah, we are going to stay.
I'm trying to see if there's any scoregamis possible. That's what I'm looking at right now. A playoff scoregami would be one for the ages.
19-15. Good job by Braden Mann, the punter. Again, clearing the snow for Elliott in these 30-degree temperatures. Snowy night in Philly. The winner of this game goes on to play the Washington Commanders. And history would say that the winner of this game, this Eagles-Rams game, is going to play in the Super Bowl because no rookie quarterback has ever started in the big game. Of course, Jaden Daniels for Washington trying to be the first. And then Jalen Hurts and Matt Stafford trying to get back to where they both have been in the past 3 or 4 years.
A lot of snow now on the field. So do you go back to the run though? After he fumbled?
Huh?
Did you go back to the snow after the fumble though? I mean back to the run after the fumble?
I think you got to. How about this nice return? I thought that was Blake Corum for a second.
I think it's Cody Schrader. I think he played at South Dakota State.
So we started this game with a clear field, and then progressively, of course, throughout these last 2.5 hours, it's gotten snowier and snowier. And now it looks like a LaShawn McCoy Philadelphia type of snow game.
Oh, Schrader played in Missouri.
Williams in the backfield. 13 minutes and 18 seconds to go in regulation. Stafford hands it off left side. Williams wrapped up by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Nice gain of 4 yards. It'll set up a 2nd and 6.
And they've struggled this second half. You know, their 4 possessions, they've punted, had a field goal, punted again, and then this last drive, fumbled. So they've really struggled in the second half.
Second and 6. Man into motion. Williams bottled up in the backfield, tries to get away from it, and he's taken down again. That's Zach Bond, one of the best linebackers in the entire NFL, getting in there and making a huge play.
Great job by Bond there to tackle him up. And then just a loss of 3s, not what the Rams want to see there.
Who knows what's going to transpire in this fourth quarter? Conditions getting really ugly up there in Pennsylvania. 3rd down and 9. Somehow it looks like they're going to have to get a pass off. Play clock running down. Stafford looking over the middle, and it's caught. That's Demarcus Robinson, who made a huge play earlier, getting the Rams another new set of downs.
Seems like he's the leading receiver today, really. Almost deflected, though. Maybe just tipped. Not 100% sure on that one. But good job by Demarcus Robinson getting that space away from Darius Slay and getting that ball.
63 yards on the day for Demarcus Robinson through those 2 catches. Man into motion, that's Robinson. Stafford drops back, has some time, got hit as he threw, and it's incomplete. Arm was moving forward. So they get out of that play safely.
Really surprised that they're still letting him throw it. I would just go back to run, especially on 1st down. So
here we go. 2nd and 10. Big drive here. The Rams have won their last 5 road games. And then the Eagles are 10-1 at home this year and haven't lost at Lincoln Financial Field since that game against Atlanta in September. Stafford, quick pass, broken up. And the play continues, but they're going to say that was a forward pass and incomplete. Zach Bond have a drive.
great drive for him. And the Eagles really, they tried to do two passes, but hasn't worked out. I'm surprised no runs. I said it before, but really back-to-back plays, and especially in these conditions. I would expect more running from them.
Kyren Williams has been pretty solid besides that big fumble on the last play.
And I think there was an illegal formation on that play, but they declined it, if I'm not mistaken.
101 rushing yards for an average of 6 yards per carry today for Williams. 11:10 remaining in quarter number 4. 3rd down and 10. We can't even tell what yard line they're at because of these snowy conditions. So they're once again in a passing down. Stafford pressured. Fumble! Ball's loose. And
It's your guy.
Philly has it. Zach Bond. 3 huge plays on this drive, and he gives the Eagles the ball back.
Wow, Zach Bond. Is that the Zach Bond drive right there for the Eagles defense?
Might just be.
But then also, great job by Smith Jr. there. Nolan Smith Jr.
Nolan Smith.
Getting to the bulldog on bulldog crime once again. But yeah, being able to force that one out, and then being able to Zach Bond being able to see the ball in these conditions and then pick that one up.
Bulldog crime. Nolan Smith coming around that right side. Zach Bond, right place, right time.
Yeah. You could say he was swerving and bent that corner. Whoa.
I don't think we want to talk about Georgia Bulldogs swerving.
You're right. That's on me. But I'm expecting the Eagles to burn a lot of clock.
Second turnover of the game for LA. Each of them occurred on their last 2 possessions. Play clock nearing 0. They get it off. Saquon's going to have it for no gain.
I think that was maybe just a slight gain of 2. But clearly they're trying to let this clock run on down to try and get a touchdown here and give the Rams a very difficult chance to come back and win the game.
Again, the Rams 10-3 in their last 13 games. They've been dominant in these last few months. They find themselves down by 4 on defense here in Philly. A touchdown would essentially end it. Hurts throws right side. Barkley's there. Not enough for the first down, so it's going to be 3rd and short. Clock still running. Probably outside of field goal range here in the snow.
First down here would be huge for the Eagles to let more clock run.
And then Ben, what do you do if you don't get the first down? Because
Good
right about
question.
the 33-ish yard line. Can't
It's a
quite
great
kick a
question.
field goal.
And
Handoff. Barkley, not enough. Interesting decision time for Nick Sirianni with 9:30 remaining in the game.
okay,
Does
call me
he
crazy.
trust his kicker? Does he go with Saquon
Call me
Barkley?
crazy.
Does he
Call me
throw the
crazy.
ball?
Call me crazy.
Let's hear it.
I'm going for it. I'm going for
Okay.
it. I'm going for it. Because of the conditions, I'm saying, you know what? We punt it, touchback, basically same yardage. Missed field goal, okay. So why not go for it? Why not?
3 wide receivers out there. Dotson, A.J. Brown, and Devontae Smith, as well as Tyler Higbee. Saquon to Hurts' left as well. Hurts takes it, throws, quick, Brown. A.J. Brown, dead silent for this entire game, comes up clutch on 4th down.
Hey, I said go for it. They went for it. It worked out. I think that was the best option for them. And his inner excellence really showed there as he cut the inner slant and got open.
First down and 10. Barkley slipped on the handoff. So it'd be 2nd down and 10 from about the 24 or 23 yard line. Again, even now, like it's a 40-yard field goal, but it's pouring snow. So I don't want to look too far ahead, but if they don't convert a first down here, they might have to go for it again.
I mean, you saw them get it there, so clearly the trust is within the team.
Hurts rolls left. Finds his man. It's Devontae Smith. And
But he does go
Smith
out of
makes
bounds.
just his 2nd catch of the game as well.
Oh, never mind. The clock will be still running. So
Yeah, he went
That's
out of
huge.
bounds backwards. He was pushed backwards. So the clock will still be running. Nice execution by Jalen Hurts. Good catch, too, by Smith. Jalen Hurts, 15 of 20, 128 yards. Through the air, and then also pitching in 71 yards on the ground.
that big TD earlier in the game.
3rd and 4. Big play here. Barkley tripped up in the backfield by Cam Curl. Huge
Great
4th
play
down
there.
here.
Great third down stop because it's making them actually have to think. You know, if Saquon got maybe 1 or 2 yards there, they could have easily had that push work for a first
Good
down.
point.
But now it's good distance, and it looks like they're gonna have to kick the field goal.
Oh my. Yeah, they will kick this field goal. Jake Elliott, wind blowing against him from 37. This to make it a 7-point game. Elliott, does he have it? He does.
Good job there.
Clutch. 7-point lead now for Philadelphia. 6:18 remaining in quarter number 4. We're in for a thriller, folks. NFC divisional round. Eagles lead the Rams. We'll be right back. We're coming down the home stretch in Philadelphia, 22-15. Eagles lead the Rams. Jake Elliott just knocked through a 37-yarder to extend that lead to 7. Snow still pouring down. Saquon Barkley over 100 yards. Jalen Hurts has 128 through the air, 71 on the ground, including a long 44-yard rushing touchdown. There's Cody Schrader. He's going to return the kick from Jake Elliott. Kyron Williams has over 100 yards on the ground. Matthew Stafford, 14 of 25, 178 and a touchdown through the air. Here's Elliott. Kicks away to that right side. Back through the end zone for a touchback. 6:18 remaining for Matthew Stafford to try and score a touchdown.
When they've tried to throw the ball, they've also fumbled with running it in with not much time left. But these conditions, it's really just, what do you do?
Got a lot of options, but of course that fumble by Kyron Williams earlier in the half, making things very interesting. Turnovers on each of their last 2 possessions. Stafford play action. Stafford steps up in the pocket and he's sacked. Can't tell who that was. A Jomu. So it'll set up a long second down for Los Angeles.
Stafford is livid. He's livid after that one.
Yeah.
But great job by the Eagles defense there, making it harder for the Rams to get this first down. And if they don't, if it has to go to 4th down, who knows? Maybe they'll have to go for it.
2nd and 17. That's the 4th sack for Philly. Los Angeles has 6. Draw up the middle. Williams, pretty nice pickup. It'll still be a 3rd down and long. A nice job getting some yards back from this offense.
Could bring up a 3rd down and 10 here. I don't know what I would do from the. I don't really. Who do you target Puka?
Oh, I would throw it for sure, and then I think you have to get it to Puka.
Or do you go to Higbee, who's been your most reliable
That's a good point.
target today? Definitely not going to Kupp here, in my opinion.
Who do you trust most? 3rd down and 10 from the 30. Kupp goes into motion. Stafford looking to that right side, tipped, and it'll fall incomplete. He was looking for Nacua in one-on-one coverage with Darius Slay.
That could be the game, potentially. Because if the Eagles are able to run down the clock, do you go for it here?
No.
You don't. So you put trust in your defense.
Absolutely. The Rams defense before today had allowed under 10 points in 5 of their last 6.
But it's not even the points. It's more the time on the clock. There's only 4:54 left.
For sure. Still a lot of time. 3 timeouts as well remaining for both teams as this punt flies out of bounds. So it'll leave it for Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley and company with 4:47 left. You see Barkley warming up there on the sideline in a snowy night in Philadelphia. Eagles have the ball up 7 with 4:47 remaining in quarter number 4. I'm Charlie Hitt, joined alongside Ben Gans with Give 'em 5 Media. And here's Saquon Barkley taking it up the middle. Barkley to the 40, 30, 20, 10. He is gone.
Wow.
Touchdown, Eagles.
I'm surprised he didn't slide, though.
A huge touchdown run, and Saquon doing more of the same. He's at 196 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. He may have just iced this game.
Now, hey, let me ask you this question. Do you think he should have gone down, though, to waste some clock?
No. If there was like a minute left, maybe, but there's 4:36. I mean, you don't know what's gonna happen if you need it.
That's fair.
That's something you do when the clock is really running down. And Elliott misses the extra point.
Wow.
His second missed PAT. But how about Saquon Barkley?
And the leading blocks by the offensive line, being able to let him find that gap, and then he does everything else.
Ben, this is just unreal from Saquon Barkley. In his 2 games this season against Los Angeles, he has a total of, if my math is right, 526 yards in 2 games against the same team.
That has to be a record. It has to be. And you saw himself hyping himself up and run. No taunting this time, though.
That's like late 2010s Derrick Henry versus the Jacksonville Jaguars type of numbers. Like, this is
insane.
This is just unreal. 2 touchdowns, averaging over 8 yards per carry. And that's without his 27 yards through the air.
Just been doing amazing. And he's just really the workhorse of this team. And he's probably the missing key of the team. Now, yes, they've had other running backs, but still just they're not as good as Saquon, and they don't do what he can do.
So Barkley, in his first year with Philadelphia, puts up career-high numbers all across the board, leads the NFL in receiving or in rushing yards, rushing attempts, and now has his team 4 minutes and 36 seconds away from an NFC Championship berth.
He knew right away, too. He said something to Hurts there.
Did he? I think he said, "Watch this."
Definitely said something, and
I
called
that's
the
what
shot.
I'm not I don't claim to be an expert lip reader, but I'm pretty sure I saw him say, "Watch this." And yeah, I think Jalen Hurts knew that, or at least remembered it after the fact too. So Stafford in this offense, I don't even know what they're going to have to put together now. Over the middle, nice start to the drive as Puka Nacua fights his way across the 50-yard line. That's going to be a first down for Los Angeles.
Yeah, I'm expecting a lot of throwing here. Maybe some running, but not a lot. But we'll
Gotta
have to
move
see.
quickly. Clock moving down. Plenty of time for Stafford. Fires over the middle and it's incomplete. Marcus Robinson was right there. Solid defense by Isaiah Rodgers, who's been kind of all over the place today.
Yeah, he's had some struggles so far, but looking good now.
So Matthew Stafford kind of stuck in that mid category. 15 for 28. 1 touchdown today. Coming into this, only had 1 interception in his last 262 pass attempts. As there's a nice one to Jordan Whittington. No interceptions today as well for Stafford. He's played pretty clean as of late.
He's been doing very solid after having some interception problems earlier in the year. He's really turned that around.
A reminder, Philadelphia beat LA 37-20 at SoFi Stadium early this season. Stafford looking left side, overshoots Demarcus Robinson. So it's going to be 3rd down and long. Actually, it's going to be 2nd down. With 3:58 left, Isaiah Rodgers on the sideline. We've said his name quite a bit today. He's down with an injury.
Yeah, seems probably just a cramp,
Yeah.
hopefully. But the Rams have to keep moving fast.
Stafford on 2nd and 10. Drops back open is his receiver. I think that's maybe Nacua, or that may be Demarcus Robinson. Oh, it's Tutu Atwell. How about that? First we've said his name tonight.
Yeah. Seems like they're trying to use everyone on that offense.
Stafford. They're moving quickly. Nice pass to Higbee, who's been really solid this afternoon. Had that touchdown earlier in the game. As you see Byron Young and Jared Verse sitting on the sidelines after another very unsuccessful day trying to bottle up Saquon Barkley. Stafford quickly. Kupp racing to the goal line, and he's going to be down at the 1-yard line. Stafford moving quick.
Probably expecting a run here, but the Rams have moved the ball down the field pretty quickly, so that's good.
Oh my, Williams got blasted in the backfield.
That is not good for the Rams.
That was Oren Burks making his first impact play tonight. 2nd and goal from the 5. Clock under 3 minutes. Right side, incomplete. Higbee was there, guarded by Slay.
And Higbee maybe hurt after that play. All right.
Yeah,
Seems like he fell down. Yeah.
Did a backwards roll coming off of the field.
I think his knee may have given up on him there.
Don't want to see
But
that.
not 100% sure.
So 2:51 left. They're going to be at the 5-yard line for 3rd and goal. Got to score a touchdown here to stay in this ball game. Stafford thinking about it. Drops back. Has time over the middle. Caught. Touchdown. That was Cody Parkinson. So it's back to a 1-score game, Benz. Gantz.
Yeah, it is. So this one's going to be very close. Who knows? Maybe Saquon gasses another big run there. But this game definitely is not over. So still a good amount of time left in this one.
Yeah, another no-look pass there by Stafford. Just under 3 minutes remaining. Good execution by the Rams. 3 timeouts left for both teams, plus the 2-minute warning as this extra point by Cardi is through. So, Ben, do you go for the onside kick here, or do you just, kind of let your defense play it out?
Great question. I mean, they have the 3 timeouts. I think you just have to kick it and just hope your defense can come up big. But
kick what? Regular kick or onside kick?
Yeah, regular kick it there. Regular kick it. Because, I mean, although Saquon's had those 2 big rushes, besides that, he really hasn't done anything amazing. I mean, obviously, he's had an amazing game, but the Eagles haven't had many breakout plays. Besides
196 rushing yards for Saquon, 71 for Jalen Hurts. That Eagles passing game has been pretty slow, just 128 through the air for Hurts. But of course, 5 or 6 sacks as well.
It's been great job. Although it's a pretty high score game, both defenses have been solid, but the weather has definitely played a factor into this one.
Massive factor. So here's the kickoff from Evans. 2:48 left in this ball game. 6-point lead for Philadelphia. They're going to get the ball back here. A field goal would make it a 2-score game. A touchdown would, of course, end it. But a 3 and
Of
out,
course, yeah.
no points, would leave the door open for Los Angeles
And
to do
luckily for the
something.
Rams, they have a 2-minute warning as well. So technically,
Yep.
it's 4 timeouts.
Exactly.
So, but who knows what the day Saquon's having? He made his find. Take another one to the end zone. So
He's got 3 plays to get 10 yards. So far in 24 plays, he's gotten 196 yards. So the
he's
stats
definitely having an
say
amazing
they should
day.
be all right.
And it's just killing the Rams once, twice. So
Hurts hands it off. Barkley, not much on first down. It's a pretty good play on defense there by Tyler Davis, wrapping him up for a minimal gain of about 2 or 3. First timeout is used by LA.
interesting though to use the timeout this early before the 2-minute warning. No,
I think so.
I don't know if that's how I would have gone about it.
I guess they're betting on this drive, or this set of downs being the one where they can stop Barkley in this offense. Because otherwise, if you get down past the 2-minute warning with no timeouts left, then it's completely over.
So it's gonna be very interesting.
So 2nd and 7, 280 rushing yards. Just a sensational number for Philadelphia. Fakes the handoff. Hurts rolling left. He's going to get sacked.
Wow.
Now, hold on a minute. That throws a wrench in everything. Kobe Turner making a huge play. Nick Sirianni getting the close-up shot. He might take a lot of scrutiny for that play call.
Now, and the Rams still use a timeout, I believe. But it seems they tried to play action, but it didn't work out. The blocks were not there.
Jordan Mailata losing his man. Hurts wisely again, slides into the ground, just eats it up. Kobe Turner fired up as he should be. 3rd down and 19.
When you look here, most sacks in one postseason. The Rams are the only team for the top 5. The Rams, this 2024 Rams team has 16, which is among the highest
in just
ever.
2 games.
And they're the only 2000s team up there.
That was their 7th sack of the game just now. They had 9 sacks against Sam Darnold and that Vikings offense a week ago. Play clock running down. Handoff up the middle. Saquon not going to get enough. Timeout called. So the Rams will have over 2 minutes and the 2-minute warning to try and score a touchdown. And because of the missed extra point, again, if they score a touchdown and make the extra point, then they will have the lead.
Yeah, this one can get crazy very soon. But the Eagles do still have all 3 of their timeouts. So that's something to keep an eye on as well.
They presumably wouldn't need to use them.
Yeah, so I'm saying if they get that ball back on offense, who knows?
Yeah. Here's Braden Mann. Punts it away to the right side. Short kick. And it's going to be a nice roll inside the 20. 2:23 to go in regulation.
Buckle up.
Buckle up's right. This is going to be a crazy ending in Philly. Matthew Stafford has 250 passing yards, 337 total yards of offense for the Rams today. Can they get 82 more?
And really, the running game hasn't been that great for them today. And when we were starting to talk about this game earlier, you're saying how big of a factor the running game would have, but it hasn't.
Stafford Quickly throws it to Higbee. Higbee has it. And a nice gain. Tyler Higbee gets his 7th catch of the day. Had that touchdown earlier. 2nd and 4. It's going to be the last play before this 2-minute warning. Kupp has it. First down at the 31. 2-minute warning comes. And the Rams will get the stoppage of clock. 28-22, Gans. 2 minutes remaining in this back and forth thriller. We both thought it was over after that Saquon run.
Yeah.
Anyways, one more opportunity for Matt Stafford. We'll be right back. Two minutes remaining in Philadelphia. 6-point lead for the Eagles, but the Rams have the ball at the 31-yard line. Stafford's going to drop back on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and it's broken up.
Should have been
Cooper
intercepted.
DeJean looking for the interception, but he couldn't have it.
Should have been an interception. And also, that missed extra point earlier in the game.
Slay right
Defense
there.
is coming up huge. He had that one boxed up. And Stafford's throws aren't looking that accurate. And I feel like they're lofting a lot in the air. They're having a lot of airtime on them. Not a lot of zip on these throws. We know from Stafford. Usually he puts a good zip on the ball.
A little bit behind Nacua there, so it'll set up a 3rd and 10. 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining. They gotta have it. Stafford. Over the middle for Robinson. It's caught. First down. Out across the 40-yard line. Clock still rolling.
Very low snap as well.
Stafford from the 42. Quickly. Plenty of time to throw. Stafford launches it right side, and it's caught. It's caught by Nacua.
What a
Puka
catch.
Nacua has them in business with 1:25 left.
That's an insane catch right there. And he's coming up big. when they need him the most.
Puka Nakua has been slow all game long, along with the majority of the receivers in this game. What a play there, though. Stafford, left side, it's caught. I believe it's caught by Cooper Kupp. Went out of bounds, so the clock will stop at 1:19.
I don't know if I like that, though, from Cooper Kupp, to be honest.
Why not?
Well, I wasn't sure if he went out of bounds or not, but since he did,
Yeah,
I like
okay.
it. But if he didn't, I think that would have been killer because gained 3 yards, but would have lost the amount of clock.
All right, so Stafford and company have plenty of time. They're inside the red zone, and a flag is down. I believe that's going to be a false start.
Not what you want if you're the Rams.
That's
It is a
on
false start.
Dotson, the offensive lineman. Yeah, they knew it.
Definitely movement.
Pretty obvious there.
119 now. This is really going to come down to the end, but we know Stafford lives through these moments.
Press coverage on the left side, softer on the right. Here's Nakua, has it. Out of bounds. So it's going to set up a third down with 1:14 left.
And you can tell the Eagles are just trying to tackle him inbounds because they know if they do, then the Rams are basically going to have to hurry up. And they can't really afford to spike it. So,
Third down and 2. Stafford. Looking, he's sacked.
wow.
Jalen Carter coming right down the middle. So one more play left for Los Angeles.
Hopes and dreams right here. But it could be turning into some dreams and nightmares for all the fans if you're a fan of the Rams or the Eagles.
It all comes down to this play. Matt Stafford took the sack. Clock still rolling. But it won't really matter if they don't get this first down. Stafford looking right side. Incomplete.
Any flags? Make it short. Wow.
No flags down. So that will do it.
That ball wasn't even close to inbounds, though. Like, there's no way Puka could have caught that ball.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Unless Puka was 7 feet tall. Not still even, I think.
Pressure again by Jalen Carter. Yeah, that ball just sailed away from Stafford. Williams calling for a flag.
Definitely had potential for a flag there, but refs let it play.
Wow.
And just wasn't. I don't know if the pass wasn't even close. So was that even if you make the argument he was all over him, the ball wasn't even catchable. Anyways,
Sean McVay looked very upset on that sideline, but it won't matter. Jalen Hurts needs it, and Philadelphia has just set up a date with the division rivals Washington Commanders in Philly in the NFC Championship game.
what a game that is going to be, and what a game this was. Get down to the wire. So can't wait for that.
So, Ben, I think we got another game coming up just after this one, Baltimore versus Buffalo. So stay tuned here on Give 'em 5 Media. But for Charlie Hitt and Ben Gans, Robbie Basel, so long from Philadelphia.